Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Tati. I'm an astrologer and I make videos on astrology, self-growth, self-care, self-love. So if that interests you, please continue watching, please subscribe. And in this video, I'll be talking about Aquarius Risings or Aquarius Ascendants. So I'm very excited to delve into this placement. Let's get into this. I want to talk about the strengths and the challenges and the traits of Aquarius Risings. And before I do, I first want to do a short breakdown of what your rising sign is. You need to know the exact time of birth to know your rising sign. And this is very important because it could be different based on the minute of the day. So it's really important to know the exact time of birth to know your rising sign or ascendant sign. And it kind of dictates your entire chart. So I see the rising sign as one of the most important placements you have. It is your perspective on life and the world. It is how you see the world. It's how you move about life. Let's get into Aquarius risings or Aquarius ascendants. The first thing I want to mention is your chart ruler. So your chart ruler kind of is the planet to look to when you want to see the more unique characteristics of your Aquarius rising chart. And for Aquarius risings, their chart ruler is Saturn and Uranus. Saturn in the traditional rulership and then Uranus in the more modern day rulership. And the traits of these planets are going to really dictate Aquarius risings because this is going to tell you a bit of their structure, a bit of how they move about life and how they make decisions as well. So I see Aquarius risings really making decisions based on what they think is right. With Saturn being their rulership, they could want and crave structure. Saturn is the planet of structure, of discipline, of hard work. Saturn can be difficult sometimes. It just really is the planet of responsibility, and what that kind of means can be different for everyone. So check the sign that it rules for you, check out what your sign, your Saturn is in, and also look into the aspects in the house Saturn is in for you. But looking at the other rulership, which is Uranus, Uranus is the planet of unexpected insight. It's the planet of innovation. It's the planet of shocking revelations. It's the planet of progress. And when I consider this about Aquarius risings and these two planets, Aquarius risings can be very different and very out there. Some of their biggest strengths are that they are so innovative, they're so forward thinking, especially with Uranus being a chart ruler for them because they want to do things differently. They want to be seen differently. They want to stand out, but also not. And it's very interesting to say this because I always want to bring back the partnership of Aquarius, which is Leo. Leo is the opposite sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius can be very uncomfortable with being seen. Aquarius risings, growing up, they could have felt like they were the outsider, they could have felt like they didn't belong, they were constantly seeking community and friendship, they constantly just felt like maybe it wasn't their place to be seen, or they couldn't fully express who they were, and if they did, it was so different or out there, or it could be seen as quirky or weird or awkward. I think these are actually beautiful characteristics. I think these are actually very big strengths because they're so community focused. And I think it was just a hard thing growing up because maybe their parents taught them to really prioritize the community and everyone else instead of who they were, who they uniquely were, and how they were uniquely seen. And this is a very difficult thing to experience and grow through. So I just want to validate that from the Aquarius risings that I've done birth chart readings with, and from what I've seen, it was very difficult for them to be free to be themselves. They felt like they couldn't be themselves and only in private. And sometimes this can make them distant. Sometimes they could want to isolate, can sometimes make them want to do things their own way, either do so much community work and be in so many big groups and not enough smaller groups that they can just kind of feel a bit out of place. So I think they just need to learn how to utilize their strengths and embrace the beautiful aspects of their forward thinking nature, their ideas, their insights, their all the beautiful aspects that they have, because those are huge, huge strengths. And they are here to really bring people together. They're here to do things differently, to innovate. They're here to uplift other people's voices, but also their own, right? And I think that's the challenge for them, is to not only validate their own voice and their own perspective and their own opinion, but also those of everyone else and their community, and helping other people with their platforms too. They're very much into social justice issues and wanting to help the underdog because they know how it feels, and they are here to really help them elevate their voice and elevate their stories. And the more that Aquarius risings are able to share their own unique story with other people, when they are able to learn to be vulnerable with other people, they are going to feel more authentically themselves, right? And I think that's true for anyone, but I definitely think this is a process for Aquarius risings because they sometimes don't want to be seen. I think it's like learning a balance of, you know, their introverted, extroverted nature, which we all have, but I do think Aquarius risings are here to really focus on that energy of how they're putting out their energy and to really validate their own stories. Aquarius risings are a fixed sign, so Aquarius is a fixed sign, and they can be a bit stubborn. They have to be careful of being too stubborn or being really set on their mindset. And luckily, because they are an air sign, they're a bit less stubborn than the other fixed signs, but I think they have to be careful of, you know, overvaluing their own mindset without hearing everyone else's opinion. And I know that they're very community oriented, but I think their greatest strength is to be open minded, to learn that there's so many different ideas and ways to do things. I think it's good to test and to put their ideas out there, but also to really understand that it is a process to have others to take on their ideas, because it can be so forward thinking and the timing of things. Saturn also rules time, so I should mention that, and I think that's very important to consider with Aquarius risings, because they could feel like they're running out of time. They could feel like this isn't the time for certain things. And they have to really evaluate that time is a social construct, and they have to really understand, okay, what is the best use of their time as well. So I really want to mention that Aquarius risings can be shocking to other people. They can do things in a very shocking way. They could do things in a very experimental way. They're here to really reinvent a certain aspect of their lives. Maybe they're here to break some family patterns in a way that they didn't expect, that their families didn't expect. Maybe they can be seen as the black sheep of the family, and that's okay. That's actually a great thing. That's an amazing thing. It's okay to be different. They're here to show other people that it's okay to go your own path and do your own thing and be your own person, right? It's okay. It's okay to do that, right? And I just want to validate that for them, because they're so inspiring to me. They are very, very inspiring to me myself. I think it's important for them to learn how to share their ideas with others in supportive, safe communities, because that's going to help them build their own structures within themselves of like how they can share, right? And finding their communities are going to be very, very important to them. If you would like to join a community that is very supportive of astrology and art-based community, the link for that will be down below. I'm happy to have you. But I think it's just learning for them how to be okay with being different, and like not everyone will support their decisions, and being okay with that, being okay with not being well liked sometimes, and the strength and power that kind of comes with that too, because maybe like they kind of know that it's not about being liked by everyone, it's about being liked by the right people. It's about finding your kind of people and finding a sense of belonging, not only in yourself and being your own best friend, which I think everyone needs to become their own best friend, but I think it's about embracing this aspect of themselves maybe at an early age, right? And yeah, like I think they really are so supportive of people who are doing their own thing and going their own path, and they have to kind of give that love and support to themselves too. So that's something to really keep in mind for Aquarius risings. What I love about Aquarius risings is that they are here to do things differently, to follow their own path, to be okay with it, to innovate, to spread knowledge, to learn, to help progress communities forward in any way, to really embrace that. I really, really love these aspects of Aquarius risings. I really love how friendly Aquarius risings are. I love how they just have such deep and intellectual conversations. They are very easy to talk to. They're very much conversationalists. They're very, very good at deep conversations. They love ideas. They really value ideas. And I think this is such an amazing trait that they have. I really love that Aquarius risings are doing their own thing and following their own path. And I I just want to let them know that I support them, and it's okay to do your own thing. It's okay to have that. Just know that it's okay to shock people. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself, and things will follow and flow into it. You let me know in the comments if this video resonated with you. Please send this to your Aquarius rising friends. Let them know that you see them, that you love them, and let me know what videos you want to see next. If you are interested in getting a one-on-one session with me, the link for that is down below. And if you're interested in joining a very supportive, welcoming astrology and art-based community, the link for that is down below as well. It's a very safe space, a great space to make new friends. Thank you again for watching, and I just want to say the universe has your back, and with peace and love, take care. Bye.